Okay. This is the third time we've had to do this intro. I'm really hoping I'm live. You can hear me. You can see me. You can put a cool emote in the chat if you're live on Twitch.
If you can hear us, say no.
Please. We're trapped in this video. Okay, let's give this another go. Hey, everyone. How's it going? Welcome to Help This Experience. Here we are. We're live. This is so you know it's live. If you're watching the VOD, you get a nice clean edit of this, but we are live
I feel
on
like
Mondays.
you have to leave this in.
I can't because none of the sound is going through to the recording.
Oh, well.
So this part is staying in. Anyways, we're live on Mondays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch, and then the VODs go up on YouTube. We're trying to do a season 2. I don't know if we're gonna get there.
Trying in a sense.
We're trying is the operative word. Anyways, if you're new to the show, if you're one of the people that have joined us because you saw our booth at the Gem City Renaissance Festival, or you came and watched our live show Cabinet Meeting, or you've just heard about it and you've been waiting to join us for the live portion of it, thank you for joining us. Thank you for your patience for everybody that tuned in for season 1. I appreciate everybody and everyone who is here and who's ready to rock and roll. We've got a lot of things. There are a lot of things new, and there's a lot of things not new, and it's going to be great and exciting. But I'm going to roll through just real quick some of the things that got us to where we are here. So first, thank you to Community Access Media, because without them, we wouldn't have any of this. We wouldn't have a place to do this, and we wouldn't have any cameras, and we wouldn't have the just support. Like, I don't say this often enough, but the staff at CAM is very, very, very supportive, and I appreciate it a lot, because I wouldn't have the guts to keep doing it if they weren't cheering me on, although I need them to stop calling me the Brittany Lee. Please stop. Okay. So my next point of order, if you're on Twitch, you may notice that there are some things that have changed. We've got some emotes now. We have the ability to do all kinds of fun stuff because we're now Twitch affiliates. I don't know what that means to a certain extent, except for if you want to show a little guy, there's little guys that you can share. If you're joining us on the VODs and you're missing out on the little guys, you can head on over to our community Discord where there's those little guys and so much more. Lots of fun stickers and emojis on our community Discord. Boy, howdy. So, real quick, thank you to Faustian Nonsense, the Secret Test Game Players, and Community Access Media. Thank you to the entire crew of Health Hits Experience, which has grown to 8 people, but especially thanks to Molly Cook and Brian Bowersox for being the dream team that got us to our new and improved studio setup, including this set design. I do not think we would look as good without them. I also want to thank Gabby Knappenberger for being this season's show artist. All the player character art was done by her, and I'm very, very, very excited to show off NPC art that we've been working on for some time. There's lots of fun stuff rocking and rolling, and if NPCs get introduced, she may be working on them as we speak. So everybody cheer on Gabby every time someone cool shows up on screen.
Woo.
That's the goal. Okay. Oh, I feel like I need to take a nap.
You did it.
All right,
we made it through the intro.
We made it through the intro. Okay, let me get to my notes here. So just give me a second to figure this out. I gotta.
Excuse me.
What?
Well, don't freak out. It's me, Dazzle.
The fairy?
No, the frog. Yes, the fairy.
What are you doing interrupting my opening narration?
I thought you could use a scribe.
Okay.
Once upon a time, it is said that the first ever rays of the sun created the very first fairies. But that's too far back for our story, so we're going to start a little bit sooner than that. Understand where we find ourselves today, you must know 2 things. First, the entire world of diction. Our whole lives are neatly contained within the walls of the Riverfell Library. And secondly, the readers don't even know that the fairies exist in the library. Now, there's always been a sort of harmony between the readers and the Fae, even if the readers don't know nothing about it. The readers provide a place for diction to thrive and grow. They gift lost items for finders and baublers to acquire, and produce imagination for inspirers to gather. And in return, fairies would bestow readers with mischievousness and whimsy and make the library a welcoming respite for all. Now, King Lexi has overseen diction in the neighboring territories for quite some time now, and I'm not going to go into the whole history of diction because that's boring and not why you're here. You're here because of what I just found out, which is that the king has called a secret meeting with 4 literally unknown fairies. Unknowns. Nothing about them. Who are they? They're not even nobles or guards fae, although I did hear that the captain guards fae was called into the meeting. And if my information is correct, that means either there has been a threat to the king or the kingdom, which of course they wouldn't tell us about because they wouldn't want anyone to freak out. But just last week, Swab was telling me that back in his day, there were constant threats to the library and all the fairies knew about it, and now the kingdom is so coddled, we would never know if something big was happening right under our wingspan. And then he did also tell me that there used to be an area of Medi known as the Catalog Caves, and I had to remind him that I was born at night, but it wasn't last night. I've been around long enough to see the changes in diction.
Dazzle!
And it... Right, of course, sorry. But I do think Swab is onto something. I think there's something big going on with diction, and I intend to find out what it is. This is the story 4 Potential Heroes.
Thank you, Dazzle. I will take it from here. In a large, cold room in Oratory Castle, there are 4 fairies. A grumpy old man wearing a red cap with sharp teeth and nails, a tall cowboy with a scorpion tail who periodically drips ink, a small, blue-feathered goblin who cannot sit still, and the tall, blonde, stoic captain of the King's Guard who is watching everyone in the room very closely. For a moment, nothing is happening until the door opens and you see King Lexi, tall and lean with a short, dark crop beard, short black hair, strong golden eyes, and imposing tiger swallowtail butterfly wings. In the hall are 8 guards fae whose sharp eyes take in the room before closing the door behind him. I'm going to give us some ambiance. And there's, excuse me. There's the ambiance. It's a little loud for some ambiance. It's chattering outside. Everybody pretend the chattering is outside. The chattering has stopped.
Wow.
There's only so much I can do.
Real brief conversation those guys have.
It was the 8 guards fae that walked past the door.
Yep, that makes sense.
That would be it. Okay, so the king walks in and looks at each and every one of you before locking eyes with Tenerife and then addressing the room and saying, "Well, I imagine you all have questions."
I mean, go for it, little guy.
Why are we here?
Yeah, that's where I was going with it too.
Seems reasonable to ask.
It is reasonable.
Right. Well, I do think that I'm a little unsure as to why you're here.
2 has proven themselves time and time again with their intellect and
Yeah. Yep. I'm really good at jumping and dodging and helping other people dodge.
yes, and 2 is really here to help me.
Yes.
Sire.
Okay. Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Then I shall be brief. Each of you have a certain set of skills that are going to be necessary in discretion. There has been a recent development that I need to find fae who will act quickly, that I don't have to wait a very long time for the council to approve for me to send them out. The Day Scouts have found that there are at least one, I don't know quite how to describe it. The scholars are taking a look, but and he pulls from his satchel. He pulls out a sketch, and it looks like this. I can pass it around. Now that has been found recently And the thing about what we've just found is that we believe that it is within tandem of other information that the Day Scouts have been bringing back to us. The most recent piece of information that we have found is that Riverfell is under threat of closing. Now, this is not the first time we've had this threat, nor will it be the last, but we're taking it seriously this time because of that. It has certain qualities that I believe at least you two will have possibly encountered before. A lot of my guards fae are not as cultured, we might say. And I need a discreet team to be able to send out and figure out what's going on.
It sounds to me like we're expendable. Ain't that why you brought us here?
I don't know if there's any other choice for you, broker. And is freedom not enough, even in this one thing? Your king is asking you to do something.
Well, now, I wasn't promised anything. I wasn't promised anything. I was just told to leave that box
A temporary freedom might be
and come on over this way.
enough.
So, if we do this for you, if we look into this, whatever the hell this thing is, you gonna let me go? Or am I getting thrown right back in that box?
Your release will be contingent upon actual evidence, and I shall take the normal span and reduce it to a reasonable time.
Your Majesty, while we're on the subject of reasonable times, it has been decades, as you know, since I came here to Diction and took refuge after my homeland was destroyed. And while I appreciate your grace and forbearance in allowing me to stay here in your kingdom, it has been quite a long time that I have chafed under the gesh that you have placed upon me, denying me access to my nature. I was told that after a certain amount of time, that could be lifted, given that I was engaging in proper good behavior. I have certainly tried my best to fulfill my end of the bargain, and yet I am no closer to being freed from your strictures than I was the day I arrived. So tell me, Your Majesty, does my participation in this grant me my freedom as well?
You will be offered the same time as broker.
Seems like a better deal than we were given.
You also said that we were gathered because we have certain abilities. Might I ask, am I going to be permitted to use my abilities while on this mission, or will I be forced to come toddling back to you every time I need to take matters into my own hands?
What needs to happen first is I need to have information. There should be no action taken until I know what and what that is. You don't have any freedom I can offer you.
I just wanted to ask, what if we ended up in a situation where we did need to do something? It's not likely, like you said, we're just getting information, but what happens if? We should probably have a rule then that says what we can and can't do if something happens.
That's a good point.
report back, and we shall take it from there. Tenerife will be with you,
Yes.
who is able to enforce the kingdom's law.
And as we know, always a lovely and morally guided individual you are, Tenerife.
Thank you. I'll take that for the compliment that it really is. Sire, is there a time frame that you would like us to operate under, or?
We are under very short time. I do not know when the Riverfell Library will be closing. The goal is to figure out what that is, why it is causing these things. The scholars have told me that there's chimera magic in it.
Oh.
And that seems to be the prevailing theory as to why that is causing the closure. Now, I hesitate to get any of you close to Chimera just due to the fact of the all-consuming nature of it. But we need to know if there are more of them, why they are causing these issues, and what we can do about it. Now, before we get too far into this, I have concerns about you all working as a team. And for that, I will say, I'm going to send you on a very, very easy mission. We shall see what issues arise that we can sort out as we're going through it. If you are willing to accept the dangers of this, because let me just say, this is not a matter of morality, of right, of wrong, of freedom. This is a matter of your continued state of living. If we do not have a library to live within, we don't have anything. I don't quite care how you feel about me or the kingdom. I care that we do not become crushed by the readers or picked up in the moving, I have heard horror stories of things being packed away. So what I am asking is that we give it an attempt. Now, if you are willing to do this, I will send you on your way to the very easy, non-lethal, non-killing mission that we must go on. And then you will report back to me and we will go from there. Does anyone have any issues? Because if there are issues now, I can send you right back.
I wasn't doing anything anyway.
Yeah, for some strange reason, my schedule was cleared for the next, who knows, 50 or so odd years. So sure. What have I got to lose?
All right. What I need you to do is I need you to go into the city and I need you to find a healer named Bobbin. She has been asking for resources that unfortunately keeps getting lost in the shuffle of things. My council is quite frantic right now and I can't seem to get one single thing done. So what I would prefer is that you can go and get the resources for her. I give you full permission to go and find the resources that she needs to finish whatever it is that she is doing. Bobbin is one of Diction's best healers, and I would hate to lose her in any capacity. So this would be highly rewarded in, whatever ways we need. Any questions?
So we're just going on a finding mission?
If that's what Bobbin needs, she may need you to go and seek out someone who is ill. I do not know. I've just been getting potentially third hand that Bobbin is in need of resources. You would think things come up the chain quicker than they do. They do not.
All right. So we go talk to Bob.
Yes,
Ask her what she needs.
correct.
Do it and come back here.
And come back. And if you have managed to not kill each other, then we'll go from there.
Well, you know I won't be killing anyone.
I know you won't be killing anyone, but I don't put it past you to incapacitate. So, take the sketch with you. If something happens along your way that you get additional information, by all means. In the meantime, that's all I have for you starting off.
Of course.
Great. Tenerife, if I could see you before we're done.
Of course.
Dismissed. Okay. The king stays behind. Tall, imposing, big wings, half capelet on his arm. He has a pole arm with him that has at the end of it an X-Acto blade that he holds as a scepter most times, but it is still an imposing figure. Let's see what we've got here. I want to add some. Let's try this one. I don't know. There's a lot of things I have to click, so everybody be patient with me. I'm doing my best.
No, it's okay. The King's DJ is just taking a second.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
don't worry.
It's gotta set the mood.
The little bard in the corner, like, hang on, sire.
It's like retuning the lute.
Okay, so the king stands before you, strides over to a window, and looks out the window, facing away from you. Tenerife. He turns to face you. Unfortunately, Broker is right. They are expendable.
I see.
But I do need someone to watch them.
Okay.
Because what is keeping them from taking this and using it to their advantage?
Sire, am I expendable too then?
You are in a position that makes it difficult for me to understand how your feelings can override your purpose.
It was an oversight on my part. It won't happen again.
I hope not.
All right. Is there any other information you would like me to know before I rejoin the group?
The success of this mission rests on your leadership. You are not expendable in the way you think you are, but I am a ruler. I am not a person, and everyone is expendable for the safety of my people. Do you understand?
I understand.
Now, if you go out and find information, find it in a way that keeps us safe. And I do not recommend using your position as captain to further things along. The council does not know I am doing this.
So are you saying that I'm supposed to adopt some kind of criminal alias or?
I leave that to your discretion.
Okay.
But I do not want this to become an official kingdom mission.
When you say keep us safe, the kingdom or you and your reputation?
I am the kingdom.
Understood.
The information needed, you have as much as I have, as far as the bigger picture. I need to know that this team can work so that we can solve this problem as quickly as possible. Speed is what we need here. Discretion is what we need here. Because if we don't, I do not know how long we will last.
Speed and discretion. We can do that.
You are dismissed.
Thank you.
Tenerife joins you, I assume, out in the hall. You all seem like eavesdroppers to me.
Yeah, I have my ear pressed up to the door.
I had a feeling.
Ears definitely turned around towards the door.
So, Tenerife, you walk out into the hall. I don't. Hack and Slash, are you out in the hall too?
Hack and Slash is out in the hall, but he's not listening to the door. He's just leaning off to the side, and he's kind of like sharpening the tip of his pike, you know.
Sure, great. So you've caught two of them in the act very
Yeah.
quickly.
Oh.
Expected better from you too.
Oh, well, now, don't blame the little one. He saw me doing it first.
Sure. I'll take that, broker.
Well, you know, I was still looking it over, and frankly, I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at. Were you given any extra information?
No.
No. So we were given a sketch. We were told that it's full of chimera magic and that it's a big old fucking problem. And then we were told no other information.
Right.
That's gonna make our lives real hard, ain't it?
We have our marching orders.
Why don't we go talk to this Bobbin? Yeah?
Let's do it.
Laid on.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
Where are we going?
Well, suppose we have to go talk to this Bobbin, yeah?
Where is Bobbin, broker?
Yeah, now about that. I haven't been out of that old box in a while. And frankly, I don't really know where this person is. I don't think I've heard of them before. Might make my life a little harder.
Two, you're always running around everywhere, talking to people that you don't know. Have you ever met this Bobbin, and do you know where to find them?
Yes, I definitely have met Bobbin before, but I haven't seen him in a bit. But we can go to where I last talked with him in a bit. Liz doesn't remember where Bobbin lives, but two would definitely know where Bobbin lives.
So Bobbin is a healer. She, ooh, that was not the button I wanted to press. So that's gonna go great for me here with my note situation.
Oh no.
Oh,
It's
it's fine. Dazzle, come back.
Goodbye, Dazzle.
Where are my notes, Dazzle? Okay, so first I need to perhaps look at what my
You all right over there?
I'm fine. Everybody vamp for me for just 1 second.
I can't help but notice that our little storybook narrator seems to have vanished for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I mean, that just means we get to choose our own path, of course, but
Sure, that's gonna go great for everyone.
I can't help but notice that area ain't loaded yet.
It's just like a little circle.
It's really
spinning
gray over there
around.
for some reason. There's no light.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably shouldn't walk into that block yet.
Okay.
I can't even get
All
through.
right. Okay. So, okay, now we're back. So, Bobbin is a healer, and she lives in Oratory City, which is where we find ourselves now. We are in Oratory Castle, which takes place within Oratory City, which is a huge city, big bustling area, and this area the readers would never know because it is contained within an expansion of magic. So readers don't see anything, and what we see as fairies is this huge, slightly medieval Renaissance, fun, old-fashioned, castle-like area. You walk out of the castle and you walk into the market, and bustling cobblestones, fairies on all kinds of bugs, although most of them are praying mantis, centipedes, or beetles. Those are the most common mounts that people have. And there are shops, and there are bards, and everybody's having a fine time. It's a city. Some people are having a terrible time, but you're not going to notice them unless you
That's
also
just
are
the
having a
nature of cities.
terrible time. Yeah. Bobbin has her own little, essentially, clinic further into Oratory City. And have you run errands for Bobbin, or you just know Bobbin?
Would have run at least like one or two.
Okay.
Definitely not in a bit, but
Yeah.
I have run a few.
How long is a bit? Like, would Bobbin recognize you?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
probably only been like a year at most.
Okay. Great. So we head on over to the clinic. It's a, yeah, 2 is zipping through. You're barely keeping track of the blue little guy. And
And he is
He's
gone. That didn't take long.
when you arrive at the clinic, it's a very nondescript building. The thing about fairies is fairies don't get ill very often. They don't get injured very often. So there's not a lot of need for big flashy clinics. There's also a bit of a shame behind being ill or injured because fairies don't do those things, and fairies live forever until something happens. There's not necessarily an old age situation. But when you approach the clinic, anything we're doing before we go into the clinic? You're just in the clinic.
Just walking into the
Okay.
clinic and waving like, hi.
Hello. There's a couple other fairies who are like helping, puttering about. Some of them.
I'm giving big unnerving grins to people as we walk past
Yeah.
them just to freak them out.
No one's really looking at you. One of them mops up behind you, and not really paying attention to
Yeah.
anything other than cleaning.
Hack and Slash is looking around this clinic to see if anybody has been bleeding recently.
So, what you see at the back of the clinic is Bobbin, who is taking care of another fairy. Bobbin has a translucent gold pattern wings. She wears a gold bobbin on her hip. She has very elegant features. Usually wears her hair tied up in a very nice bun. And then she is taking care of a fairy who seems to be in a lot of distress. They are laying on a cot and has shaggy purple hair that you can see from a distance, and everything else about this fairy is wrong. Mangled in a way that shouldn't be mangled, and Bobbin looks a little lost. And that there may have been blood, but not recently.
Two's gonna go to the guy, and then he's not gonna shout across, walk over and be like, hi, Bobbin.
She is in the middle of pulling a bandage around and looks up at you and takes her a second to recognize, and then goes, "Oh, hello, love.
Hi. I mean, I know you need to wrap up here, but we were sent here to help. You needed us to get resources.
Howdy.
Points at the others.
Did the king send you?"
Yes, he did.
Okay. I didn't even think my messages were going through, so that's a relief.
He said it took a really long time.
Yeah, I understand how it works, but this is of quite import. Sorry, it's just been so long since I've had a pair of hands. And starts and points at you and goes, "Can you go to my cabinet and I need another pair of bandages, and there is a bottle in there that has dust in it. Can you go and grab that, please?
What's the color of the dust?
Gold."
Okay. And he's gonna dash off over to the cabinet and grab it.
So sent to on away. Is the king going to provide the items that I requested?
Yes. We are going to help get them for you.
So not going to provide them.
In his way.
Sure.
Anything else we can do to help since we're already here?
I just need to finish up this wrapping, and what I really need.
We need these?
Yes, thank you so much, love. That perfect. And she busies herself while she's not looking at any of you and just very focused. Not in a way of trying to avoid looking at any of you, but in a making sure that this job gets done correctly.
Yeah.
And she is working really hard, and you see as she turns this fairy over. This fairy is not conscious. That his wings are gone, and they don't look good. They look ripped off and mangled. There was blood and not anymore. I mean, like, it's there. It's all dried and gross. You can't dip your hat in a scab. And reconstitute it. She sprinkles some of the gold dust on areas and pulls bandages tighter and is working on it while she's talking with you. And she says, yeah, so there was a special healing elixir that was developed by a group of scholars as an experiment that is supposed to be able to bring back a feeling without it being distressing. I worry that poor Tab here is not going to be able to function as a fairy in society if he can't feel his weight on his back anymore. I worry he's going to feel so off balance he won't be able to be a day scout anymore. And I don't wish that on anyone. But I don't know if this elixir has been, I don't know how to explain it, set free from the confines of academia.
Finished?
It's finished.
Approved?
Approved, sure. That's a great way to put it. So I believe the last I heard, it was tucked away in the scholar brig. But that is as far as I know. And I can't go and look for it because I'm worried here if Tab wakes up that he'll go and look for his sister, and I need him to stay here and recover.
Do you mind if we ask, what happened?
I don't know. He came back without his wings.
I mean, it looks to me like... I mean, you said this person looks pretty messed up.
Messed up.
Like, not just injured, like their body is wrong.
They look wrong because they don't have their wings.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. It's the mangledness of, you know, that this type of fairy should have more to them.
Yeah. Ugh. Definitely looks like more serious wounds than most.
I'm not equipped to handle this.
Forgive me for asking, I don't know much about all this wings business, but if you say it's a question of the balance being off, what about a backpack filled with rocks? I mean, that would be a simpler solution, would it not?
If I cut off your arm and gave you a backpack full of rocks for your arm, would you feel that that is equivalent?
Probably not, probably not.
Probably not. Most winged fairies, it is a limb to them. And I am not here to debate whether or not wings is more valid than not wings. In fact, I think everybody's got their own thing going on.
Yeah.
But I need to take care of the fairies that feel the way they do with the body parts that they have in the way that is beneficial to them.
Fair enough, fair enough.
All right, well, let's go get you this elixir then.
I appreciate it. It would be I don't know if it'll work, but it's the only solution I have right now.
Can I ask, Bobbin, how long is this like a continual medicinal use, or is it just one and
I don't know.
Unclear,
If you
okay.
could find the scholars who made it and
Okay.
get more information, that would help me immensely.
I mean, does it grow back the wings, or does it just make them forget that they had wings?
I think it fools them into thinking that they have wings.
Well, that would be very unfortunate if they went to a high place and tried to fly off.
Well, I mean, they know they don't have the wings.
I'm confused.
They
Never
just-
mind,
it
I
just
don't care, I'm
feels like it.
confused.
I'm-
Wings, blah, blah.
You know, I adore you. I would advise you to not make guesses on the academic things unless you have that academic knowledge, just for safety reasons.
Okay.
Thank you, dear.
Alrighty then. Off to the, what'd you call it? The Scholar Brig?
the scholar brick? Yes.
Scholar Brig.
Now, where in this fair kingdom might this Scholar Brig be? Y'all know? 'Cause I sure don't.
It's that way.
Up.
No, that way.
Oh, see, that makes a hell of a lot more sense
Yeah.
than where you were pointing. I was gonna say, too, you're the only one among us actually has wings.
Still like,
But yeah, that makes more sense. Before we also go, you by any chance, like looking over at Hack and Slash, you by any chance have any mopped up blood anywhere for our red cap friend?
I don't think that's an appropriate question to ask.
I think
right
it is,
now.
if he's real fucking hungry. You ever been starving before? You know what that's like?
I mean, if you do have something that you need cleaned up a bit, I'm more than happy to wipe the floors of the cabinets or the cupboards.
Let me reconsider that offer when you come back with the elixir.
There's always a quid pro to the quo, isn't there?
Hey, our quid pro quo worked out pretty well for the two of us.
Okay, team.
Has it though, really, yet?
Well, I've been in a prison for the last few years.
Well, I've been in a former prison for decades now, so...
Yeah.
let's go to the scholar brig.
Off we go.
Okay.
Tenerife is going to stop along the way through the market and change their clothes.
Okay.
And maybe cut off their hair.
And we just got the art.
I know. No, I'm kidding. No. They're thinking about it and they're like, no, I can't do it. So they just put it up. They
The
put it up
Mulan
there.
moment, and then we're like, put it down.
Yeah. No, I can't do it like this. The tear starts coming. No, we're not cutting it.
That is a good point about equipment, actually. I think you already have a weapon. I could use something. I can't imagine they left me with stuff while I was in that box.
I don't know if we need weapons at this point. We're
I didn't say I needed a weapon per se. I just need some way to defend myself.
with a weapon.
Shield?
I'm very, very good with a lasso. Ain't a weapon, is it? Unless you're gonna start saying that every time we tie up anything, that's some kind of weapon.
If it is that important to you, broker, get a lasso.
I'll be quick.
Thank you.
Zoom off.
There goes. Great. If you have something very special you would like, this would be a great opportunity to create an advantage. If you do not, great. You have a lasso now. I know you have a lasso. That's not an issue. That's not a question.
That's all I'm looking for right
You've
now.
got cool clothes. What do your clothes look like now?
They're so bland, except like a little jazzy vest.
Ooh.
Because 10 is, the call of the past is calling. He's like, okay, I'm on a new assignment. I get to dabble again, perhaps, maybe.
I'm going undercover, Mom.
Yeah, okay.
Bright, sparkly vest.
Maybe tights are involved. I don't know.
You like
We
go
going,
in,
we
you
going
go in.
full circus already?
No.
No.
Oh no. We'll keep
Wow.
it with the vest. We'll keep it
Okay.
with the sparkly vest. But other than that, like super kind of drab.
Okay.
Yeah.
A sparkly vest?
And I'm gonna say like not bedazzled, but just like jeweled, but not flashy.
Sure.
You know.
You
Like,
rub some dirt into the jewels.
Yeah. This is a worn jacket.
This
The best.
is really
I've had
worn.
this for years.
I'm gonna smack my chest, and then the clothes are going to change to look a little bit more like just a little bit more formal, not
Yeah.
sweats and stuff. So,
Yeah, sure.
That was incredible too.
oh, thank you.
You can just do that?
Yeah, someone taught me.
Oh,
Yeah.
alrighty then. That's a useful trick.
Big two shrug. This is not normal for you?
Do other people not change their clothes like that?
I mean, it's kind of the whole look.
But you
I
probably
don't have any other
could.
clothes.
But they're the same clothes. They're just different now. Is that?
I mean, I assume you just used a sort of an illusion
Like a little
effect.
charm.
Kind of.
I never tried it before, to be honest.
Oh.
And frankly, I'm not about to change this whole thing, because, like I said, it's part of the look.
Fair enough.
Same.
Onward.
I like the vest. Like you said, onward.
Great. Excellent. So Boise. Okay, so to give a little further scope, Oratory Castle, Oratory City, and the Scholar Brig are all in a section called Non. So you have not left a section, you will still be in the same section. There is one other thing in Non of note, and that is the Old Book Drop, which is an endless prison, essentially. And
Yep.
that is what happens if you come out of the Shadowlands, you get sent there. Or if you've been really, really, really bad. Oh, the blacksmith is here. Sorry, I was listening to the sound set earlier, and I loved it. Okay, so we're heading over to the Scholar Brig. And when we go over, so upon first glance, it looks like a large glass display case that features a somewhat historically accurate model of the Battle of Lake Champlain. But when you enter in as a fairy, you see the institution where young fairies go and get their education. There are 10 model ships which act as the institutional classrooms for classes such as physical defense, magical workings, history, and big world knowledge. There are 10 of them, so that's not all of the classes you can take. That's not all the styles of magic you can do. It is a very large institution. I'm going to... We're going to try this one and see if this sound set is fun. Who knows? And, okay. So, we make it over to the Scholar Brig. Have any of you been to or inside?
Not personally.
Few times.
Never.
Never?
I think just on the perimeter.
Okay.
I got lost a few times.
You were trying to do some missions for someone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's a very big campus. So when you get to the Scholar Brig, class is in session. There are students, very young fairies, milling about, and there are educators who are taking care of classrooms and things, finding out what is happening, and they are just lively sessions here and there. Sorry, I was trying to change the music to something less. You guys kept looking at it.
I know there's administration somewhere. That would probably be the best place to start. Or maybe the library? If
I
they
imagine
document
we'd start
stuff.
at the front desk.
Oh, yes, it'd be in administration.
Oh, is that front desk not at the front?
Wait, we're just going to up and ask for this elixir.
Well, I was going to ask, like, for where the knowledge is stored so we can, like, maybe start there. So it'd probably be, like, a library or something.
I suppose it depends if they've actually made it or not.
Well, yeah.
I'm
It'd be a
gonna
good place to start.
look around, see if there's any signs designating where we should go.
No. This institution is a by initiation institution. You learn where you go because somebody decided to take you under their wing and go, this is the ship you need to be on. It's
That makes
not an
sense.
effective system, but it hasn't changed in the entirety of the time that it's been there because everyone enjoys having that secrecy of being like, I'm the one that taught you how to get to the right classroom.
I feel like it's like old colleges where you're like, you have to go up this building and you're going to be in a different building, but you have to access it from this
From
third
this
building.
one.
So have fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Correct.
Yeah, I
like-
got lost here a lot.
Well, you're the only one who's been here, apparently. So I suppose we are going to very slowly follow your lead, so you don't dash off into that crowd again.
Oh, okay, there's not much of a crowd here, but okay.
Yeah, you know.
I'm just gonna like look around and pick a direction at random and start walking.
Cool.
Are there,
look.
I'm sorry, while 2 is doing this, Hack just looks around. Are there like some students like playing hacky sack on the quad or something?
Hack and sack.
Yeah. There's but they're all flying fairies, so they're doing it way above your head.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
So the goal is to not let it drop to the ground, which
makes
makes
sense.
it.
They
super
could just
fun.
fucking do that on the ground.
But they're flying fairies, so they're gonna do that.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to say that this is an obstacle. So whether or not you guys want to try to overcome it just by sheer skill or if you want to create an advantage, go ahead. If you want. The fun thing about this game is you could just say, okay.
yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know shit about this place. I ain't gonna be able to create any advantage.
You could certainly
Been
try to create
there.
an advantage. There's all kinds of options here.
Can I overcome it? I'll
just-
notice with my, little King's
Yeah.
Guard ears and be like, oh, it picks up elixir, you say? Oh, what was that?
Okay, if
Clicking
you
the
want to try to
glass?
hear the elixir right off the bat, you
Okay,
have to get a 6.
okay.
You got this.
You can do it.
Yeah?
Yeah, go,
Go
for
for
it.
it. It's only 6 o'clock, guys. Please.
Okay,
Do whatever.
No,
I'm ready for a yes.
I just hear medicine. No. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do the big one.
If you roll a 6, I will role play away.
It's not gonna happen.
You got this.
Maybe. Who knows?
Who knows? You
4
can spend
pluses.
Come on,
4
Diction.
You can spend as many fate points.
That's
as
a
you want.
no.
Yeah,
What'd you
that's-
get?
She rolled a. That's a -1
Nice.
plus a 2, which is 1, right? So that's a 1.
That's a 1.
That's a 1.
I know.
Congratulations.
You have the option to, if you want, to succeed at a great cost.
At a great cost.
That's a 1. It's a 6. Are you kidding
Break your
me?
leg.
Start now. Or
Yeah.
we can just fail, right? Like you just don't get it.
I'm just
And
making sure he's not lost. So I'm just looking.
Continuing onwards, probably
Can I
going to
just fail?
yes, you can just fail.
I just fail.
Great.
I heard nothing.
You got way too close to one of the students,
And they were like, what is your problem?
yeah, they reacted like an NPC in a game that's like hostile to you.
Okay.
That's like, hey, why are you standing so close to me?
Hey, you're a cop.
Cover blown.
You do look like a cop.
No.
you look like a cop a little bit.
Should I do something different with my hair? Is it the vest?
It's the personality.
Yeah.
It's the everything.
You just sort of exude
Like
knock.
you're like this.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
maybe hunt a little bit.
Oh, that made it worse.
okay.
Oh.
Well, if this is a long journey, you're going to have a long time to figure this out.
Okay.
All right. So my plan
Yeah.
is that we get one of those students sort of flying around up there.
Do we need to get one of their attentions?
Hang on.
Okay.
We bring them down here, and then we make them tell us where this is likely to be.
We could ask.
Yes, we could ask. Yes.
You
She's just
ever-
gonna leap up, just
Oh.
straight up. Hey,
Hey!
Like a trampoline.
Hey!
Wow, that
Hey!
kid is very
You get hit in the
bouncy.
face with a hacky sack. They see you though. This is
Okay.
you certainly grab their attention, but as you're like jumping, you get like kicked in the face.
There's way of doing like, ow.
They're all like, "Yo, little buddy, watch out!"
Yeah, no, it's okay. Could one of you come down here? We have a question to ask.
Do we need a? We like being up high.
I mean, I guess you could stay up high. It's just hard to yell across and get, information across.
Your jumping was really rad though, dude. You could come
Thank
up here
you.
again.
I mean, it would be hard to jump up. It'd be one word. It just jumps up and be like, one word answers.
Broker, how good are you with that lasso?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that, but maybe we should start by not causing an incident, and then we'll cause an incident after.
I never thought I'd
He
live
jumps
to
up
see
there
the
and-
day.
Jumps up there and frowns. He's like, please.
Your pal pulls at the heartstring of the bro. His name is not from this list. They're all adults on my list.
Jägermeister.
I don't know. Stop it. Stop it. No. Stop it. All of you.
I'm thinking
I'm getting. Where is it? Cocking my gun.
You're trying so hard to not bring the gun out of the
You. Thank you, please.
the
Coming
guy.
back out.
First episode.
No.
Just get a Nerf crossbow for the setting.
Oh. We have some other settings that are more modern. So there's all kinds of weapons that we can do.
Sounds like a threat.
His name is Joe.
Yep. Very typical fairy name these days.
Okay, broker.
I never said my name was typical. Narrator in the sky.
You're so little, broker. I'll squash you. Okay, so Joe comes down, and Joe's like, "All right, little buddy.
Yeah.
What do you need? Are you a new student? Do you need to figure out where to go? I could be the one to initiate you into Scholar Brig. Yo, first you got to do the secret handshake.
Okay, what's the secret handshake? Will
No,
get
we
the-
got to start with the secret handshake.
Okay, we're gonna start with secret
Okay, and
handshake.
if you don't know it,
I don't know the secret handshake.
oh,
I'm new.
okay,
I'm
well, I'll
sorry.
teach you
Okay.
the secret handshake. So what happens? Okay, I can get up now.
Oh no!
And then we do this one. And then we go. And then we go. And then we go. Yeah! Secret handshake! That was so fun.
Okay.
I've never been so mobile before.
Okay, cool. That was awesome. All right, we were actually looking for like the place where they do the elixirs and stuff. That's where I'm supposed to be, and I got really lost. I'm sorry.
Yo, buddy. You look
Yeah.
like you're 12.
I know I look really young, but I do promise you I'm actually 20. He pulls out like a little certificate and be like, see, I do have a certificate that says I'm actually 20. So I do promise I'm supposed to be here. but
No,
I'm really
buddy,
lost.
you're on the other spectrum. You're too old. Oh man! Who told you you could be? Yo, I gotta back up. You're
Hey,
too old.
hey,
I'm a
whoa.
minor.
Whoa, now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you trying to say that people can't come for higher education later in life?
No, that's not how this works.
That really hurt.
I genuinely don't know how it works. I was actually asking.
I was just a finder. I found out late in life, and now you're gonna penalize me just because I'm a little bit older?
I'm not in charge of this school, bro.
Okay.
I'm 14.
Okay, cool. Then can you get us to the admission at least? They'll know.
This is too much for me, man. I don't know if I could do this.
just point in the direction.
This feels like entrapment.
Oh, boy.
I promise you.
You're a cop. You're all cops. I don't know if I could do this. I was.
Son, do you think I look like a cop?
Yo, you don't look like a student.
I sure ain't.
I'm gonna go now. This is not. I just am worried for my future career as a day scout, so I'm gonna go.
Yeah, middle schoolers are like that.
Middle schoolers are really like that?
Oh, yeah. I would know. That's not broker.
Sure ain't broker. Okay. But you watch Joe head off, and you watch Joe and Joe seems to be heading towards an official-looking ship. So perhaps maybe Joe is going in the direction of administration to tattle.
Yeah, to
Yeah, that's a
report
good
us. I mean,
Go
hell,
that
might as
direction.
well walk that direction. Why not? I mean, other than that, we just peek our head into every single ship we walk past. That works too, I guess.
It does not work.
It absolutely does. If
We
we have
do
no
not
better
have the time.
options.
But I will say, so that we don't get found out, you might want to break out the lasso and scoop Joe before he does tattle or
Wait.
narc, I believe was
Wait,
the
but we're
word.
going-
Do we have your permission to do that?
You have my permission to
Okay,
do
see,
that.
I wasn't gonna do that, but now I really, really want to do that.
I was just gonna say.
Do it
my ID.
surreptitiously. What did you say, too?
I was just gonna say I'm gonna give you my ID and say that I didn't have an ID.
That is a lot less dangerous
Right.
for poor Joe.
Yeah, I was also gonna say, aren't we going to administration anyway?
I just didn't want the narc to narc.
It's okay. He's gonna narc on nothing because then I'm gonna say they can search me and I don't have an ID.
Okay.
This is going swimmingly.
This is going real, real well.
I'm having a great time.
All right,
It's fine.
let's just go to the office and
They've
ask some
seen
questions.
me there a few times. They don't know my age.
Hell, we literally just need to ask for one goddamn elixir. I don't care how we get it. I don't care what school rules we're following.
Two starts like
Let's
marching
just
along,
go.
be like, "Come on!"
Okay.
Don't get so hung up on rules and laws.
After you, Captain.
Great.
Great.
Sweating.
It's that handshake.
I'm allowed to complain as much as I want.
All right, off we go.
I'm the one who funds this damn thing. Okay. So you go off to administration.
Two looks behind and is like, "You guys are my family, I think it's called.
I am not.
For this, you are."
Ugh.
Marching along.
What is family body posture? What is
Not a,
well, what does that look like?
Oh boy, I don't think we're gonna get there by the time we get to this end of this
Okay.
hallway.
Okay. We'll just do our best.
But if anybody
So-
says anything negative about 2, get real, real upset.
Easily done.
Let's go.
Okay.
We're heading to the office.
Yes, I'm looking at my list. I didn't get this far.
Oh wow, look at us. We're ahead of the curve.
This is gonna go really well for the 2-year agreement we have. This is fine. Don't worry
Brady
about
did
it.
not intend upon us bullshitting our way through everything.
Man, I feel like we should get like a higher end PC or something because it's just the lag. It's like really off the charts today.
Okay.
Gotta turn up that render distance.
Okay. So would you let me click, please? Dazzle, get out of my computer.
Dazzle is in fact a computer virus.
I think so, because I can't click anything I want to click. No, that's the wrong one! Oh, that's this one. Okay. Anyways, all right, so the 4 of you get close to the administration building. But before you get there, you are stopped by a very tall, thin fae who has an iron skeleton key on his back, doesn't have wings, but wears a variety of insect exoskeletons like armor, very sharp silhouette, lots of points everywhere.
Ooh, spiky.
Spiky. And he stops and says, can I help you?
Yes, actually.
Yes! My grandson here is a brand new student at the Sculler Brig, and we're trying to find the administration building here so that he can begin his studies.
Okay, you should have checked in already with the administration before you got here. Did you get your letter?
I got my letter, but I lost it because that's what I was kind of searching for, and that's why I'm kind of late and trying to just figure out where to go. I got lost.
My grandson is very stupid about things like that. Loses things all the time.
Oh, I see.
I've cuffed him upside the head many times to try to knock some sense into him, but it doesn't seem to take.
I'm not sure capital punishment is the right way to go.
Oh, I wish capital punishment. All I'm allowed is corporal.
Oh boy. Look.
Any punishment. This is not really the way we do things here. There is a process. So I think that maybe you might want to go and try to find your letter, because that's going to help us be able to identify who's who and not just have random people wandering through.
So I mean, it got wet. Can't read it anymore.
Do you have it?
Well, pats around and pulls out a scrap of paper. Like it was wet. And now it's not
Sure. So
readable.
we'll just take it into the office and we'll
Okay.
have the secretary use the magic on it to
All right, look.
reconstitute the ink.
Before we do anything else, we are here to get one goddamn elixir. And I'm tired of being a piece of shit and lying about it.
Son, this is why your child is so stupid about things.
2 ain't my kid.
You're not my grandson, too. Oh, no.
Fucking hell.
Technically, I think you're my uncle.
Wait, what?
I'm looking at this guard.
It's not a guard, it's a teacher.
I'm looking at the teacher with his spiky armor. We're here to find one experimental elixir, all right? We were sent to find it by someone named Bobbin. All right? We need to know if it is something that exists, if it is only hypothetical, because there's one fucking fairy who is dying on a table.
Tab. Their name's Tab.
Their name's Tab.
That is well above my pay grade.
Right, so why don't you just direct us over to that area and we will find it?
That I cannot let you do. And he pulls out his big key.
You are not paid enough for this.
I'm not paid enough in general.
Yeah.
Like that.
All right.
Okay. Do you want to engage in conflict with this man?
Yes.
Great. Excellent. Okay, so who is engaging in conflict here?
Hello.
Okay. So, broker, anyone else?
Hack, I know you want to do this. You can't kill him,
I can't.
but you can incapacitate.
Oh, I can.
Looking at it and being like,
You do, so, as per the rules of fate, just as a reminder, you do not have to be a part of conflict.
Oh, yeah.
As opposed to a lot of other role playing games where it's all or nothing. So you do not have to engage if you do not want to.
Okay.
So this is a choice you have to make.
You already know I'm in.
I do need to figure out what this man's stats are. I love iron. I didn't think I need to. Wait. Do I have stats for this guy? I might have stats for this guy. No,
I've definitely met a couple teachers that would actually pull out a gigantic keyblade to fight
Yeah.
somebody who walked into the school.
Yeah,
Not
what-
all of them, mind you.
If,
Do you
if,
endeavor to someday be that teacher?
if
Maybe
you were perhaps
someday.
pulling out a giant keyblade, what do you think your stats would be?
This guy's wearing armor, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, are you talking about like physical and mental stats? Because this guy's a scholar. She's got to have high mental stats. Mm-hmm. Probably not actually that much physical stats. This is totally for show.
Well, no, the thing about iron, you think I haven't built these NPCs. Iron primarily teaches defense to young children.
Ah, see, that's different then.
Yes.
So probably more physical stats.
Yeah. I thought I had stats for this guy, but his stats have disappeared. So we're going to put his fight at... What is fight at? +3. How about that? We'll do a column here. And then we'll put his... Provoke at a 2. And... We'll put his empathy at a 1.
Mine's lower.
Broker or Ian?
Bit of both.
Okay, so those are his stats. I'm probably going to have you guys roll for iron for me, just so that we can get a fun little dice shot, and you can just show me what that looks like.
Sure.
I don't have to secretly roll, because that's not the point of this game.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We
So-
like knowing things.
We like knowing things. Brokers in hack and slashes in Tenerife is not in 2. What are you doing?
Yeah, this is by definition assault.
Yeah. Looking between hack and slash and Tenerife, like,
I mean, he drew his key first.
That's right.
gonna pull the hook out, but like step back a little bit, like holding.
So are you putting yourself in this fight? Because I need to know what this is, even if...
Technically, yes, but holding to see what happens.
Okay, so we'll do a turn order, then we will say that you're at the bottom of the turn order. I'm gonna say for this, since Broker initiated this, it's gonna go. Do you guys want me to put turn order on a sheet?
Might not be a
Would that
bad idea.
helpful? Okay, so we'll say, this Sharpie needs to go in the trash.
Oh no.
I'm going to say Broker initiated it, then we'll say iron, and then we'll say hack and slash, and we'll say 2. Right? That's everyone? Okay.
Yep.
I've put it up too high.
Oh no.
I'll have to use a little clip. Okay. Can we see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful. So as a reminder, the exchanges go take an action, and then you can defend on other people's actions, and then we end when someone has conceded or been taken out.
Right.
And you can do any of the 4 actions: overcome, create advantage, attack, or defend. So let's rock and roll. So what does that look like?
Right, that makes sense. Well, you know, you always got to strike first. And, better make sure it's a good hit.
Yeah.
So as this guy's pulling out the key to use as his weapon, I think Broker's just like, without moving his hands, he's just gonna look at this guy. He's gonna say that whole thing about you're not paid enough for this, and then immediately the scorpion tail just goes like right towards his neck, just
Okay.
like immediately.
Yeah.
That's going to be a fight, yes?
Yeah. Do that as a fight, and then we'll do
Wow,
irons.
very neutral.
We'll just do contested as irons physique, which is 0.
Yep,
So anybody can roll. Do you want to, Hannah? You want to roll for iron since you're not in this fight?
that makes a lot of sense to me. Oh, also very neutral.
That's very
we
neutral.
had fully blank dice and 2
yeah.
pluses, 2 minuses.
Okay, so
That's feet.
My fight is +3, so the total is 3.
3. Yeah. So are you doing 3 shifts of damage?
That would be the idea. Yes.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. I'm gonna say that takes him out because it's not a very, the thing about Fate NPCs is that unless they're a very strong, fully formed NPC, they don't have a lot of stress boxes. So that was 2. I think what happens is, you get a piece of armor, and it hits in right way and causes Iron to stumble back and just leave, like injured and leave, conceded, like Iron's not sticking around for this.
Told ya.
He's probably going to get
Well,
reinforcements.
we're still here for one thing anyways. So let's get it before he gets them. After all, it's not like we were trying to kill people. We're trying to save lives, aren't we? So let's go. Let's go that way. Let's go towards wherever we fucking think this place is.
Yeah.
Gotta find now.
Yeah.
There's 10
Hack and
ships to
Slash
pick from.
glances over at his tail just to see if there's any blood on it.
I went right straight for the fucking neck.
Yeah.
Did anyone see that happen?
What, about me stabbing the guy in the neck?
Yeah.
You mean anybody else other than you?
Yeah.
Rachel was watching. Just
Okay. Well, I just meant any of the
unfazed.
students.
Oh,
because
any of the
perhaps, because, right?
students.
Because they were.
Yeah.
The
I'll,
hacky sack guys are totally distracted by hacky
They were all
sack.
pretty high.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
right.
real high.
Did Joe look back? Traumatized poor Joe.
I will. Tenerife, I'll give you a fate point
Yeah.
to accept the complication that Joe noticed and is now like hiding and following you. You can refuse it by putting a fate point back in the pool, or you can take the fate point.
No, I like it.
Okay, take the fate point.
I'll take
I
it.
think it's fitting.
It is. Home full of people.
Okay.
Yeah. So Joe is now following you,
Oh, Joe.
and you know that Joe is following you. But what are you going to do about it? You're trying not to be a narc.
Sick broker on him.
We've already done.
Yeah. Okay. 10 is going to just let Joe keep following for a little bit.
Yeah.
And see, because 10 doesn't want to give up their morals quite so easily yet.
Broker, I can't help but notice you got a little bit of on your thing. If you'd like to wipe it off here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me the old thing.
2, close your eyes.
Don't get.
I
Don't
No,
look
no,
too
no, no.
excited.
I don't want this to be weird between us, but you know, I mean, it's.
Anyways. Okay. All right. There you go.
Thank you.
Be careful. There's a little bit of vent on it.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You do what you got to do.
Why are you responding to the narrator?
I can hear the narrator. Apparently.
Right, broker, you need to get your brain checked.
Yeah.
Is this going to be a thing?
I have no idea.
If it's going to be a thing, I'm making it a thing.
I'm invoking the narrator aspect.
No, if we're going to have someone break the fourth wall, only one of you is allowed.
100%. If I'm a cowboy, it's so fitting.
All right, great, cool. We will have a situational aspect of fourth wall
Hell
at,
yeah.
at random intervals.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. That's going to become a complication real quick.
Oh, I know.
So happy we're leading into chaos so early on.
I have busted out my Nerf gun already. Jeebus, creebus. Okay,
we
where
never
we?
left.
We're going. Okay, I will give everyone a fate point if you stay lost. A complication of you are lost in the Scholar Brig. It is a wide campus. You can spend one to refuse the compel.
I'll take one, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stay lost.
All right,
Being
great.
lost seems like
Yeah.
a good plan.
That's
I
a
have
very
Thank you.
character thing.
Yeah.
literally no idea where we're going.
Nope.
So,
Great.
I've never been in here.
hell,
Cool.
I mean,
Not really.
it's not like I don't. It's not like I do want to get to where we're going.
Yeah.
She's looking around and be like,
But hell,
I
we
think
don't.
it's
this way.
this way. The
I
exact
don't-
wrong
I just
direction.
don't understand why they don't put signs on things.
Well, I mean, you're supposed to know where to go.
Right, but it doesn't matter. If anybody's new here, it would be so much more helpful to have signs.
Well, yeah, but I feel like it also, it can protect things if you don't exactly know unless you know, and then,
Look, if people are in a rush for whatever reason, for instance, if somebody is in a lot of trouble.
If someone broke in.
No, I wasn't talking about. That is also a reason we're in a rush. I meant for the fact that we're trying to save someone's life.
True, yes.
But yeah, no, that also is a problem. So we are also in a rush. Yes. That would make our lives easier.
Yes,
And God, all these ships look exactly the same.
they look all the same.
All right.
Just walking along happily.
So are we going to attempt to brute force this problem then and just start looking at every ship we pass?
That is exactly what I was planning on doing.
I feel like we could do a little bit more stealthily. Maybe the sneak on. Maybe just like check to see if it's there and then bounce out.
I think so. Be like, oops,
I mean,
wrong
it's
class.
Still the exact same thing. It's just the manner in which you're doing it is slightly different.
But like, if you barrel through, then people are gonna actually like rah, and you don't want to rah right now because there are already people who want to.
All right.
So like, sneak.
This is a good opportunity.
I really like to
suppose.
rah, though, you know.
I
We
know.
know you're riding high on that bit of blood.
How do you expect Hack and Slash to sneak? Literally everywhere he walks is a big old clump in boots. They're literally made of metal.
They're very clumpy.
Yeah, but I mean, we just need to sneak until we find where we need to go.
Well, are you sneaky, kid?
I could create a rather large distraction.
That is also possible.
I'm pretty sneaky, I think.
I am too. Want to try figuring this one
Hey,
out?
Tinnery.
Yeah.
Joe's not around anymore.
What are you looking for?
There. The hacky sack fairy?
Joe.
Yeah, Joe. He was following us and I didn't say anything because I wanted to figure it out on my own. And he's gone.
Well, that wasn't a very good decision, was it?
It's almost as though you don't exactly trust us. Huh. Well,
Trying to figure out things on your own doesn't usually work well.
It's
true.
too.
It's true.
That was really good.
Tu's ears go down a little bit. Great. Well, Joe's not here anymore.
All right, well, look.
And
Bye, Joe.
bye, Joe.
Oh.
And you hear a very loud bell gong. Just a
Alright.
big
That doesn't bode well.
gong, and it keeps getting louder and more
Well.
frequent.
I have a good idea. See, here's the thing. You're real loud, and you're very good at causing distractions, as you said, and you're wearing a sparkly vest. So you two are going to be the easiest ones to notice, so
Okay.
maybe you should peel off a different direction from Tu and I. Why don't you cause a mess somewhere else? We'll figure this out.
I'll make sure he doesn't run off.
Thank
I
you.
don't
too.
plan on running off.
I appreciate that.
Nah, we have a mission I gotta do. I'm trying to save a life. That's important,
It is.
ain't it?
It is important. I will go.
Good idea. Wish I would have thought of it myself.
Seriously, like
The tension in the air is palpable, and the tension in the air from the gongs is like you feel like you're swimming through soup. It is so just the energy is so thick, and you hear the sound of really large bolts clanking, ka-thunk, ka-thunk, as you walk past.
that sounds like
Ships.
a lockdown.
Ready to go, kid?
Yeah,
Let's go.
I'm ready.
We are going to. Are you fast?
I'm kind of fast, but I can
All right. Can we stick together?
try.
All right, because I'm real fucking fast.
Okay.
Great, what are we doing?
We are gonna tear through this place because we need to figure out things real quick. So let's just start peeking into every single ship we can find as fast as we can. But whenever anybody looks our way, we duck down, right?
Yes.
Make sure they don't see us.
So I suggest it goes like the same whatever. I'm assuming it's like woodeny coloring for the.
They're model ships. You're
Yeah,
talking
so-
about like matching the ship.
Yeah,
color.
changing.
You're still blue.
Yeah. Well, yes. Puts the hood on too.
I just want to make sure it's clear that you're not wood colored.
He is not wood colored. The clothes are wood colored and
wood
pops the hood on.
Yeah. Okay. This feels like an overcome.
Yes.
If you would like to do this as teamwork, whoever has the highest of whatever skill we're wanting to use.
I think we're
I'm
trying to sneak, right?
trying to sneak.
Or burglary.
Be-
Burglary or
before
stealth.
we do that,
Yes.
as we are trying to create a distraction, would we be creating an advantage for their sneaking action
Sure.
Yeah.
through doing that?
Yeah, absolutely.
What
Yes.
distraction are you causing?
Oh, like distraction.
I'm excited to know.
Very, very curious to know.
I think Hack and Slash, if we can go ahead and do this, is going to stand right in the middle of the square where is the biggest, most open space possible. And he's going to shout in.
I think.
He's going to shout in accordance with the various ringing of the gong. Hello, you great stupid bastards! My name is Hack and Slash, and I'm here to party because I heard this was a party school.
He's here for the frats.
Yeah, roll up. Where's the Fred at?
Perfect.
Okay. I need to.
Can someone put me in touch with campus security?
All right. I need to figure out if I am still sounding like a robot.
Oh.
Is what I need to
Oh, do we
figure
have a
out.
robot DM?
Yeah.
Oh, that's one campaign too
Robot
late.
life.
Yeah.
Librarian.
You didn't realize. We're good? Thank you.
Are we
Okay.
good?
Return your books.
Everything
Return
all
your
right up
books.
there, Narrator?
Overdue.
Domo arigato.
Does not compute. Okay. Repeat everything you just said because I could not hear you as I was listening to Molly. You stand in the middle of the
Stand in
campus.
the middle of the thing and just basically starts shouting out, "Hey, you stupid bastards! Come out and get me! I'm looking for campus security!"
Okay, sure. What do you want to do that as a skill for?
Oh, it provoke.
Oh,
It's provoking.
perfect. Just
Provoking like crazy.
yeah, do it at a You know what? We'll look contested because I think that's fun, and we'll say that the campuses. Gosh, what's provoke against? That's a good question.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what you have to roll.
Is that against will?
It might be against will.
I think it's will because it's like a mental thing.
I think you might be right.
Yeah. You target opposers with will. It even says it right there
Yes.
in the book.
Amazing. Why is this the accent we're on? We'll
God, if I
say.
know.
Can't speak for you, love.
I roll every accent ever. You just never know what you're gonna get.
Bow down to the librarian.
You really just go on and on, don't you?
Okay, well, I'm gonna make your life a living hell, broker.
Yeah, trust me, I'm so aware.
We're going to say that the school's will is a 2.
All right.
So, Hannah, you can roll for the skill or for the school. If you
Sure.
mind.
Yep.
Thank you.
I will do it.
Right. So contested.
That is a +1. My provoke is 4.
Nice.
It's
So
a total of 5.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
So the schools is
Cool.
+2
Okay.
for Will.
Oh, whoa.
Good.
Okay.
That's a 0.
Okay, great. You got a 5.
I'd like to create an advantage
Which-
called focused on hack and slash.
Okay, great. That is okay. So we're gonna let me do this correctly. It's our first aspect. Yay!
Right, we were playing the Fate system.
We're playing Fate.
I think we should, when that happens, Hack and Slash should tap dance with the hobnail boots.
Oh God,
and like,
how would you?
ba-ba-ba-ba.
It would be so slow though, because they gotta be heavy, right?
Okay.
No.
No,
They're not heavy?
incredibly light on his feet.
I mean, even so, they'd be like clogs.
I can run like really fast.
That's
with
the
them.
whole
But
point.
they're super
You're
clunky.
both speedy.
Yeah,
I'm
very
sorry.
speedy.
I had to
well.
nickname because my handwriting is shit. So
Focused on hack.
He is a
So you
bit
get
of a
2
hack,
free
ain't he?
invocations if you want to pass that to anybody.
Yeah.
I feel like this is kind of a group invocation.
yeah,
so
yeah.
if anyone wants to invoke that. So as a reminder, invoking it doesn't cost you a fate point, but you get all of the stuff. So you can either get a +2, a reroll, etc. Okay.
And then if I can just say, my goal here in keeping them focused on me is once they, once somebody comes into view and starts going, I'm gonna have them like chase me, and I'm just gonna like run with my hobnail boots and running like, ha ha ha! Can't catch me!
Amazing.
Just taking them on a merry chase to give a distraction for those guys.
Okay, excellent. I love it. This is super fun. Okay, so we've got one distraction happening over here. Are you creating another advantage? We can. If we're doing this separately, like if everybody's doing their own thing, if we're teamworking it, then I don't know if that would be useful, but lots of options.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's create another advantage.
Perfect.
And let's shoot for, I don't know, can I try to lead people and be like, yeah, he's over here.
Sure.
But like really he's in a different direction.
Do you
Please point them in the opposite
Yeah,
direction.
yeah.
what skill you want to use for that?
Deceive, do you think? Sure. Yeah?
Deceive makes sense to me.
I'm gonna say it's the same thing as I think it's gonna be a will again. So
Okay.
we'll do a contested against the campus. So
All right.
it's okay. You know the campus has a +2 to will. I need to write this down. I don't know if this is gonna become relevant, but apparently y'all are deciding to fuck up the only academic institution we have in this entire.
I wasn't going to. That guy pulled up the
area.
key first.
Like when I say the only academic institution, I mean that like little fairies from the Ference Isles and Medi go to Scholar Brig. That is all we have in Diction.
Man, all I'm saying is that it would have been way easier if they
I
would have
went
just
to the
fucking
school
told us
of
where the
the
goddamn
I'm
potion is.
sorry. If a man walked into your school and said, "Tell me where all of your drugs are kept," would you let them in?
Look, we don't
No,
need to argue
Ian
about this
Headley,
right
would you let them in?
now. Yeah, no.
No, because my boss might be watching.
That's what I'm saying.
And to my principal.
I would never.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely
I'm
not.
sure you would follow protocol.
No. It makes a total sense to
No,
me.
it makes
It
yeah,
makes
sense.
zero sense to
To
Broker.
Broker.
Yeah,
He's like,
Broker's
what the
like,
fuck
what?
is wrong
Our
with
life
these
is on the
people?"
line.
What the fuck
God,
is
you guys
this?
are assholes.
Yeah. I
is so
just I'm trying to
confused.
save someone's life. Shouldn't that be enough? I'm
like,
trying to be
yeah.
good, I
Hell.
think.
She was just so confused. She's
Yeah.
like, why is everyone mad?
Why is everyone mad?
So angry about us just showing up. Jeez.
Yeah, jeez, weird. Okay, so what did Tenerife roll?
Okay.
A 2. Okay.
2.
Did you roll for Scholar Break?
Is what?
Do you want me to roll for
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have someone else roll.
Oh.
No, my fingy was in the way.
I'll let her re-roll. That's fine.
All
Clear.
of
You gotta clear the area before you let it in.
It's gonna be worse now.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
It's
Actually,
only a
literally
1. Okay,
worse.
so it's a 1.
Yeah.
So you succeed by 1, which means you've created an advantage with 1 free invocation.
Woo.
Woo! What does that mean? What's the
Um,
misdirection?
yeah.
Okay. We'll say your aspect is misdirection.
That'd be a good
King's gonna be
circus
like,
name.
Misdirection.
Misdirection.
That's my drag name.
Oh, that's fun.
Which
I like it.
actually really works for me as a filmmaker. Don't. Okay, we can't. I can't. No, it's
great. Moving on.
I'm moving on. Okay. I feel like I'm clipping onto something I shouldn't be. Okay.
No, you're good.
Good?
You're good.
Okay. Beautiful. So there's our second. And you guys need to tell me when you're invoking so I can check it off.
Right.
Okay, so we've got 2 advantages on the table. You guys can invoke them at any time. And I would say you 2 are trying to overcome. Because if we're trying to
Yeah.
gain information really quickly, you're not trying to necessarily create any kind of advantage.
No.
So I'm going to say this is an overcome action. To find where you're going, you need to roll a 4. I'm just doing a flat number here. So whatever skill you want to use for this.
Can we use stealth since we're trying to stay out of the way?
Absolutely.
Okay. So again, since we're working together on this, it's whoever has the higher skill, yeah?
If you want to do it as a teamwork roll, yes. But you have to both have the skill.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
both
okay,
have
both
we
have
both
the
have
skill.
stealth.
Okay.
I have higher stealth.
Yeah. So you roll and then you add a +1.
Okay.
Well, that was really bad. That was terrible.
Do you want to? You've got free invocations
Yeah,
on the table.
I definitely would like to just say that I want to invoke focused on hack because
Certainly.
holy
Here, I can check
shit,
it.
that was
Oh, thank
that was a terrible.
What the
terrible
hell is
wanna-
wrong with your dice?
Do you
have
want to
no idea.
re-roll or are you adding a 2?
I need a reroll.
Okay,
It was
re-roll.
it was 3 minuses
Okay.
and a plus.
I can't see any of
Yeah,
the
sorry. We
rolls.
should really like narrate these.
Well,
things
I
to
can
you.
also stand up.
Okay, I got exactly the opposite this time. So
can't
now
see.
it is +2, and then because of my stealth, it's a +6.
+1 and +1 from me.
Yeah, so
So
+7.
Okay, so you have a success of 3, which gives you a success with style. So you can have a boost. So we can say that your boost. Let's just add a boost to this. I'll just add another free invocation to this one.
That makes
I feel
sense to
like
me.
that
Yeah.
makes the most sense.
Given that it's already kind of like a
Yeah.
couple time use thing, anyways.
Yeah.
I think it's very fitting.
Perfect. Okay, cool. So this is a huge campus.
Mm-hmm.
But Broker, you are very fast. And you're covered in wood grain. So
I have my grappling hook out.
You've
I
got
can
your-
grapple around on the like the masts. And
yeah, the
stuff.
masts, and you're both very quick. And you manage to source out that there is a very small, I don't know boat terms, schooner? A smaller boat.
Is it named Old Bessie?
No.
Lil boat. It's a lil boat.
It's a little boat, and it seems to be unoccupied. There don't seem to be any students in it, but it does seem to be. There's a chalkboard on the wall that says "Healing 102," and then it also says "Canceled," class canceled. Whatever that means, we'll get into that later. But you found most likely where everything is stored as far as healing goes.
All right. So yeah. So I think I sort of am going between doorways,
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of just zoom into that one, zoom out for a second, then stop, and I'm like, wait, that was the thing, and turn around and then wave up towards you, real
Plop
quick.
down.
Okay. There you go. You did real good at keeping up, kid.
Thank you. You're really fast.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of my major things. I'm going to go in really quick. So this is a classroom. Is it one of those like science classrooms where it's got like the black table desks and it's got like all the different drawers and like all the different stuff?
Yeah.
Okay,
There's Bunsen burners.
let's start going through everything. We got to try to find
what is it? Some sort of experimental elixir. So if we can find any sort of elixir type things, that's what we're going for.
Okay.
So
All right.
probably should check the cold storage first. That makes the most sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna start looking through.
Yeah.
Cool. You open up the cold storage. Do you let me just I'm asking his knowledge, not like a fun little oh I'm gonna get you, but like do you know what elixir like looks like? Because the prevailing knowledge I understand of any fairy would be they know what imagination looks like, right? Which is not really an elixir, but can be stored and bottled like that. Anything else would be a specific skill set.
I would feel like yes, because I would have smuggled a lot of different stuff in the
Okay.
past. It would make a lot of sense to have elixirs as
Sure,
part of that.
sure.
So yes.
Okay, absolutely. So you open up whatever you open first. Your first door you choose, first of all, is locked. But I imagine, not an issue.
Yeah, no. We'll just
lock.
Two
got
picks
you
the
got
lock.
a hairpin? Oh,
No,
okay.
he just pops up and picks the lock.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was easy.
And you open it, and it's full of elixirs.
Oh.
That's what
Well,
we're looking for, right?
yeah. Is it all? Oh no.
None
Are
of
they
them
all
are
labeled?
labeled. Nope. None of them are labeled.
Okay.
One of them is labeled, and it says to label later.
You've got to be kidding me. Are they all different colors?
Yeah.
Hop over. Is there like a front desk or something in the classroom?
Yeah, there's a professor's desk.
I'm
For
gonna
sure.
hop over to the front desk and like start looking through papers on there and start like looking through the drawers to see if like there are any notes about anything like about an experimental elixir or something.
Sure. If you're gonna rifle through the notes and get understanding, I need you to roll a 4. Whatever you're using.
4.
No, probably notice, right? Or investigate.
Could I persuade you in letting me do burglary? Because he's like very good at like putting it back where it is, so it's not really noticed.
Oh, you would have to rifle through things very quickly as
Uh-huh.
a burglar.
Burglary is not how this works.
Borrowing.
We are burgling though.
You are burgling.
We're
This is the
burgling
process
some
of
turds.
burgling.
But not the paper.
Burgle the turds.
If not, then I'll
If
just use
you
notice.
spend a-
Can I spend?
Yes,
fate
I'll let
point?
you spend a fate point to burgle.
Cool.
Yay,
Burgling.
Okay.
It's not the best.
Definitely not.
Can I give you another fate?
Yeah, that's what these are.
Reroll.
These are for.
Wow.
I love how my
Spend 'em.
dice have been rolling really
Spend
well
'em.
and as soon as it matters. Okay,
Ooh,
okay,
okay.
that's better. That is much better. That is a 5.
A 5. Okay, so that's a +1. So you find what you're looking for.
Oh, cool.
You tell me. What do the notes say?
So the notes say that there are notes on probably a few different experimental things, and they're in columns. And at the bottom, probably more recently written in, is one that's known as like experimental healing / recovery. Makes and then like a lot of scribbling stuff out, and then like possible feeling. And then it has a picture of like and then like a note of the color. And it's like, wait, I got it. Zoops.
Oh, hello. Let me
We
look
need,
these
you need to
back
match
real
the
quick.
color.
What color are we looking at here?
This color. It's like a
Pantone
puce.
chart.
It's like a puce.
I just would love Broker to be colorblind.
No, the reason I dress in all monochromes actually for a reason. No, I can totally.
I was gonna say I'll give you a fate point if you're canonically colorblind.
Nah, I need that in my line of work.
Okay.
All right. So it definitely.
It's like a puce.
I mean, is it here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well then, yeah.
How
it'd
many are
probably-
there?
Probably be that
How
one.
many? Ooh. Just someone roll me a dice. So roll
Roll a
3.
dice.
Roll all of them.
Do you want me to roll like a
Yeah, sure. Roll the crab.
2?
2. All right, there's 2 of them.
Two.
It's 2. Actually, that's gonna be my answer from now on. Anytime you ask, if you ask,
I ask,
there's
it's gonna
2
be
of them.
2.
Yep.
The real reason why I got named 2.
Yeah. You're like, why is there 2 of everything
Wait,
around me?
Whoa. Okay,
Yeah.
so firstly, so those are it, right?
Yes,
Okay.
those 2.
Secondly, did you find anything else in those notes about any of these other ones?
I wasn't looking for any. I was looking for what we were looking for.
Right. I'm just thinking that if we're about to go out of the kingdom, and we might be going on some whole adventure together. It might not be a bad idea to have backup elixirs.
I mean, you're all right. Highly impressionable youth.
Listen, everything that we are doing here is
Yeah.
for the sake of the kingdom,
I
right?
mean, that's true.
We are helping people.
Yeah.
And this ain't doing any good in this cabinet.
This is it. You're right. You're right.
Let's
You're
look
right.
through some more notes, yeah?
Okay. We're gonna go back to
Oh, we're spending more time.
So we're gonna grab
Okay.
the 2 we need. We're
Oh,
gonna stuff them away
God.
in the bag.
Sure. I think that I would prefer you to create an advantage of like, knowing each elixir, because the thing is, then you can, and I'll give this to you and we can maybe put on your sheet or something like that you can invoke later of if we use them, right?
grab book that says index.
Sure, sure. But I need you to create the advantage. So you have to be successful in creating this advantage. And I'm going to say against all of the papers and the notes and the books, and it's still going to be a 4.
That's fair.
I'm gonna help you look. We'll see if I can do it. That ain't great.
Even with that'd be a 2 even if I'm using. It'd be a 2 if I'm using. I'm gonna do it.
So the idea is that you're creating the advantage by looking for the right, like, data. Okay.
And
yeah.
you're helping.
I'm helping, but that's the best I got. I can't really assist in many ways, is the
So you're
problem.
spending for the +2, or are you going to re-roll?
I'm spending for the +2 in this case.
Okay,
so
what'd you
that'd
roll?
be that would be a. I rolled a 2,
Okay.
so it'd be a 4.
4.
total.
So that's a tie.
technically 5 because you're helping.
Are you?
Are you
I'm-
able to
Are
help?
we doing burglary? Because then yes.
Yes.
Since we're
Are we doing
burgling.
burglary?
Well, because I'm going to say because we didn't declare this as a teamwork at the start of it, then I would love you to do something else
That's fair.
to assist. But I'm going to say
Literally
it's a
4.
tie.
Oh, yeah.
So a tie you're overcoming at a minor cost.
Okay.
What? Actually, no. This is an advantage. I'm sorry. This is a boost. So a boost is transient, and this won't last you. So I will say that you open a book, and it's a full index, and it gives you 5 elixirs, and then the book bursts into flames.
Oh.
Pull out the page.
It's on fire.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Take the hat.
Well,
And it's covered in ink, so that's kind of a problem.
So now it's
scribbles down the notes
Yeah.
of those 5.
yeah. So you have those 5. You know what they are, but I will say that in the future, you're not going to know exactly what they do.
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
you remember their names. You remember all 5 of their names. You grab all of them from the cabinet.
Remember
but-
their names, their colors, but not what they
Yes,
do. That's
and
gonna be
it.
great.
That's a later problem.
And just for fun, I'm
You
going to
remember
grab
the names
a
and you remember the
random
colors,
other one.
but you don't remember which goes with which.
Yeah, I just like start grabbing like. Okay. Yeah.
I just grabbed one other random one just for the sake of
Great.
Like I
Okay.
shoved them all. I
So-
shoved them all in my bag, and they all fit perfectly fine. I was like,
That's impressive.
Okay.
I mean, I go and I find things.
No, I
This
mean, I
is-
do that with the code, so, like, I get
Yeah,
it. There's a million pockets in this thing.
All right.
It's chilled in there too.
Okay. I am going to say that this is where I'm going to pause things. This is very tense. But when we come back, we're going to figure out how we're getting out of here. And we'll go from there of what that looks like.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I'm sure it's going to be
I'm sure it'll be fine.
It'll be
Okay. Well, I am going to stop this. So we're going to end the show here because it is getting close to wrap up time. And I think that's a great place to stop. So thank you, everyone, for watching Season 2 of Health Hits Experience. Thank you for suffering the opening with us. It's fine. The VOD doesn't have to know.
We got there eventually.
The VOD will never know.
The VOD will know, but we got there eventually. We are rocking and rolling with Season 2, so join us every Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is going to be so much fun.
Hell yeah.
You already pulled out the gun.
I already
no, it'll
pulled
be
out the
great.
gun.
It'll be great.
It'll be great for me. Okay, special thanks to Dazzle for helping me with the narration. Music and sound effects provided by Sirenscape and Abby Kopic. Thanks to Molly Cook and Brian Bowerstocks in the control room. Special thanks to Community Access Media for the use of their facilities and equipments. On screen right now is a list of credits, so please just everybody in the chat right now, say thank you to everybody in the credits. If you're in the VOD, say thank you in the comments to everybody in the credits. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again next week. Goodbye.